I'm Matt Bishard with REIT.com here in Boca Raton, Florida for REITWise 2014, NAREIT's Law, Accounting, and Finance Conference. Joining me today is Cicely LaMothe, the Senior Assistant Chief Accountant of the SEC Division of Corporation Finance Real Estate. Cicely, thanks so much for taking some time with us.
Thank you, Matt.
I'd like to start by asking you, what can REITs do to minimize SEC requests regarding their filings?
Well, just to kind of give a little bit of background on the purpose of our reviews, we view our reviews as a dialogue, essentially where we have a dialogue with the registrant in order to try to improve the disclosure that's in the filings. And we consider a couple of things in the comment process, both inside the filing and things outside the filings. So we consider things like earnings releases, analyst reports, information on the company's website, and we use this mix of information when we also consider the information in their filing to develop our comments. So I think when we think about that, there's a lot of things that REITs can do to kind of facilitate the process. One is the information that they're providing to the public, something that should be included in the document. Does that provide the information that investors are looking for? In addition, contemporaneously documenting the basis for their conclusions at the time of a transaction. So if you get a comment letter from us, you're already reasonably prepared to address those comments because you've already looked into it and documented the basis for the conclusions. Also considering whether you need to do pre-filing clearance. So if you have a novel issue and you know it's a novel issue, best to come talk to us first. That way it facilitates the timing of the transaction. If you wait till you're already in the comment process, well, we can't necessarily guarantee the timing, even though we'll try to work with you, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee once you get into more complicated issues. If you don't understand a comment, just pick up the phone and give us a call. We can't actually clear comments on the phone, but we do actually try to work with registrants to make sure that you have a clear understanding of what we're looking for in our comment, and we welcome those calls. And I think lastly, just make sure that the comments, that people are actually responding to the question in the comment, and the response actually addresses the unique facts and circumstances for that particular company. I can't tell you how many times that we hear, well, we've seen this disclosure in other filings. Well, there could be reasons why that disclosure makes more sense in those filings, but it doesn't make sense for you. So really make sure that you're responsive to the question and make sure that you're actually addressing it in terms of the specific facts for your company. And those are things that'll hopefully facilitate the comment process to make it a little bit less stressful for everyone.
And can you elaborate on some of the recent comments the SEC has provided to REITs?
We're still kind of struggling in some of the same areas. When we talk to investors, we do actually get some feedback that people are pretty happy with a lot of the disclosures, but there are a couple of areas that people continue to have questions on. One of those is CapEx disclosure, and so we do still ask for information on that. We find that in general there's just a huge difference in the level of disclosure and the level of detail that's provided between companies. And so we're trying to get some consistency there so investors have the information that they need. In that area, we'll ask for people to break out disclosures for acquisitions separately from other CapEx. We'll also ask for information in the MD&A disclosure in terms of getting some detail regarding the capital expenditures, and hopefully that should reconcile to information that's in the cash flow statement as well. We do also spend a lot of time on metrics, trying to get an understanding for how management finds that information useful and what they use that information for. In terms of same-store disclosure especially, we do still issue quite a few comments in that area, mostly because it's not clear what is considered to be in the same-store pool, because of course that differs from company to company. It's also not clear when things are included or excluded from certain pools, so we do ask for clarifying disclosures in that regard as well. In terms of non-GAAP measures, we just ask that people continue to apply the guidance that has been previously issued. And so if we have any comments on that area, it's generally related to maybe some unusual adjustments and just making sure that people have provided adequate disclosure to explain the usefulness of certain measures.
Cicely, thank you so much for your insights.
Thank you.
For more from REITWise 2014, be sure to visit REIT.com.